recently did a video of my favorite waterproof makeup products, a combination of drugstore and high-end products, and I asked you guys if you wanted to see me do a little demo for you guys, showing you guys how they actually work in the water. So that is what I'm doing today. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys me applying all the products and telling you what I am using on my face, and then at the end of this video I am going to put my face to the test and go in the water, and we'll see how well everything held up. So I am testing these products so you guys don't have to. You're welcome. I just applied all this makeup just to go in the water with it. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and let's go ahead and get into it. Okay guys, so I'm looking rough right now, so we're just going to go ahead and get into this makeup. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is taking a primer. This one is the Hard Candy Pore Defense Primer Serum, and I got this from Walmart. It doesn't really matter what primer you use, so I'm just going to use this one. And I forgot to move my hair out of my face. Alrighty, so now that my hair is out of my face, I'm going to be applying this primer. I'm focusing it on my nose area because that's where my pores are the largest, and also just rubbing it all over my face. So once I have my primer applied, I'm going to go in with my foundation, and I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. And I've been using this one a lot lately just because it finally matches my skin tone. And that is NC35, by the way. That is the shade that I'm using. So I've just been using this a lot. I've been hot. It's been hot outside. I've been sweating. I've been being involved with water, and this has just been really good for me lately. So I'm just going to dot that on my face and just blend it with my dampened beauty sponge. So I'm just going to let the foundation hang out on my face for a little bit, and I know it looks really dark on camera, but I swear it matches my arms and everything. I don't know why it looks so dark. It's weird. But I'm going to fix that later when I go in with my highlight powder and everything. So I'm just going to move on to my eyes, and primer is a very important step, and I am using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. I like this one because it just cancels any discoloration in the eyelids and gives you a really nice smooth canvas. So when I apply this, I just blend it with my fingertips usually, and I go over my brow area as well because I want my brows to stay on just as well as the rest of my eye makeup, so I'm just going to put that everywhere. I'm going to be sticking with a matte eyeshadow look today, so I'm using my Tarte Tartelette palette, and I'm not really going to show you guys what kind of steps I'm taking for the eyeshadow because this is not an eye makeup tutorial. It's just showing you guys the products that I'm using. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed through me applying my eyeshadow so I'm not wasting anybody's time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead in with my concealer now, and I have been using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I'm using number 10 Light, and this is definitely going to help correct this really dark face I've got going on. So I'm just going to kind of fan it out underneath my eye, do a little fan on my forehead and a little bit down my nose, take some on my chin, and of course do the other eye. So I'm going to be setting it as I'm blending it out, and I'm going to use a dry sponge for this, and I'm using my Airspun powder. This is just a Airspun translucent powder. So I'm going to blend it out with my dampened sponge and then set it with powder with my dry sponge. Now I said this in my favorites video that I did, so if you did not watch that, I'm just going to repeat myself. I've just been using whatever concealer and whatever powder, and I'm just gonna let that bake for a second. So if you can find a waterproof concealer, I think that's awesome, but I haven't really felt the need to find a waterproof concealer. I just think that this regular Maybelline Fit Me concealer works just fine for me, as well as this powder. It doesn't really seem to make a huge difference. I'm sure it's hard to find a waterproof powder anyway, so I'm just working with what I've got, and it's just holding up really well for me. So like I said, I'm just going to let that bake while I go ahead and do my eyebrows really quickly. So for my eyebrows, I have been using either the NYX Tame and Frame Brow Pomade, and this one is $6, or the more high-end Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade, which is in dark brown, and this one is in brunette. So these two are really great options for waterproof. I have put them in a test in a video before, and these two held up the best in my opinion. So you can either get the NYX one, which is more affordable, or the more high-end Anastasia one, and they both work really well in the water. For today, I'm just going to be using the Anastasia one. I'm just going to go ahead and define my brows a little bit. I'm not going to get too precise because I'm literally just going to go and get in the water after this. So I'm not trying to do anything fancy with my makeup today. My eyebrows are not super clean and crisp, so I'm going to go ahead and take some concealer and a little concealer brush, and I'm just going to clean up those lines. I just realized that my camera was not recording while I was talking, so I'm not even sure where I last left off. I finished my brows, I cleaned them up with concealer, and then I set them with just a light brown eyeshadow just to make sure that they were extra secure. And then I went ahead and wiped off this baking powder that I had under, not actual baking powder, just translucent powder that I had on my under eye area. And I just took this brush, wiped it off, and then any of the excess powder that was on the brush, I just wiped it, or I don't want to say wipe, it sounds dumb. I just took the excess powder that was on my brush and just put it all over my face to help my foundation to set. So I just used all that powder without applying too much powder. Then on my lips, I just went and applied a lip stain, and this is the Revlon Color Stay Moisture Stain. I've been loving these lately, and I applied a little bit of a dark one so you guys could really see the stain on my lips, and this one is in Stockholm Chic number 55. So now I'm going to let this sit on my lips. I applied it really thick so that the stain can really just get in my lips. I made sure that my lips were exfoliated and clear of any products before applying it. I'm just going to let this set while I finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I'm going to wipe it off. So for liquid liner, I've been using the MAC Liquidlast Liner, and this one is in Point Black. I've got two of these because I love it so much, and I'm just going to wing my liner with this. Now the only issue that I have with this liner is it is kind of thick, so you have to be very careful while applying your liner because it can get a little bit tricky. But once it's on, it's on. So I'm just going to go ahead and wing my liner. So I'm going to let my eyeliner dry. This one does take a little bit of time to dry. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and apply my contour, blush, highlight, and all that stuff. So for contour, I'm just going to be using a powder because contour isn't really that serious for me. But if you want your contour to stay perfect the whole time, if you're going like swimming or whatever, then go ahead and use a cream product and that'll definitely stay. But I just don't ever do that, so I'm not going to do it in this video either. For blush, you're going to want a cream product, cream or liquid blush, because the powder is just going to probably just fade away and wash away. So I have been loving the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Color in Birthday Suit. And this has been my everyday blush for so long, so I'm just going to take it and apply it to my cheeks. I'm going to put it on a little bit strong today just so you guys can see how well it really stays on my face. And for the highlight today, I'm going to be using the highlight that I actually made. I did a video on how I made this cream highlight. And if you're going to be in the water, you obviously want a cream product. So I will go ahead and link the video that I did making this highlight either in a card or in the description box below so you guys can check that out. I'm just going to apply that to my cheeks, my nose, and my upper lip. and just blend it with my finger. So the mascara that I've been using for waterproof is the Covergirl Super Sizer Waterproof Mascara. This mascara stays on through everything. You're going to either need a waterproof makeup remover or an oil to get this stuff off. It holds the curl really well and it just stays put. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this stuff for you guys. And like I said, this is the final step. So now I'm going to remove this lip stain that I've had sitting on my lips. And you can see it just leaves a nice, kind of a natural rosy finish on the lips. And I love it. I think it's really cool that the stain actually works so well, because other stains that I've tried have not worked as well for me. So now all that's left to do is go ahead and get this face in the water. Alright, so I tried to do a little close-up while I was like in the shower. I don't know how well that went. I got water in my contacts, the water started off cold, and then I restarted the water and then it was too hot, and I just hope that it was worth it and that you guys got what you wanted out of this. So as you can see, my face looks pretty much the same, just my eyebrows caught a little bit of water. I'll go ahead and zoom in for you guys right now. So yeah, like I said, everything stayed on amazing. My foundation looks crazy. It's crazy how amazing my foundation still looks. It looks like nothing happened to my foundation. My contour somehow, it's a little bit patchy, but that's because I just used a powder. My blush is still pretty much intact. My highlight is still pretty much intact. My mascara, like I said, this mascara is incredible for water. It stayed on, my eyeshadow stayed on, my eyeliner, everything stayed on. But like I said before, the only thing that's different is that my eyebrows have a little bit of water stuck in the eyebrow hairs. But the product is still there. So I feel like I did pretty good with this one, you guys. You guys need to give me a little pat on the back. I showed you guys some really decent waterproof products. I'm so happy that I didn't let you guys down. That's all I have to say. So, thank you guys for checking out this video. I hope that you guys are just as impressed as I am. Like, I knew that this was gonna work, but I'm just glad that I didn't fail you guys. So, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And if you are subscribed, I will be talking to you guys in my next video. So again, thank you so much for checking out this video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys later. Bye!